Alright, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. I know I haven't posted in a really long time. That's mainly due to the fact that I had a ton of exams this week, and I'm also an athlete, so I play tennis. I had a tennis tournament this weekend. Still got a few matches tomorrow, but I got some time to record right now, so this is when I'm gonna do it. The trading week starts in a few days, so I'm pretty locked in for that. Last week I had a ton of exams, but let's just start with the Bible verse. But this video is gonna basically be like a market recap. Took 2 losses this week, unfortunately. Price action was super crappy, but hopefully. Okay, I did make some mistakes though. Obviously, it just wasn't the price action. It was myself. But here's a little verse of the day. All right. For I know the plans I have for you, says the Lord. They are plans for good and not for disaster, to give you a future and a hope. That one's from Jeremiah 29:11. I use NLT, but King James and the other versions may sound different. But hope you guys like that. For me, that means just trusting in God. God has plans for all of us, so just trust in His plan. He's gonna guide you in the right direction. And if you're ever losing hope, just know that go to God. Go to God. God is there for us. He provides that hope. All right. Hope you guys like that. I'm super thirsty. All right, let's get into it. I took 2 losses this week, so this is the market recap. So first loss was on Monday. Price action. Actually, before I get into that, if you guys are not in the Discord yet, be sure to join. We got like 100 people, community of a ton of young, or not even young, just a ton of aspiring traders who are trying to get better. As you can see, we're helping each other out. We got wins. You can flex your little wins in here. Got some losses. And then we got bad habits, good habits, goals, past and fundeds, payouts you can post, kind of like this guy. So be sure to join. If you have questions on the strategy, you can come in and personal DM me. But yeah, that's about it. First loss was on Monday, so let's simulate this and let's say, all right. Okay, so coming into market open, it was like this right here. Coming into market open, right? For the strategy, what do we want to find? All right, we want to mark out on the 4-hour and the 1-hour time frame highs. Boom, high. Let me turn on magnet. Boom, highs, and wait, where's market open? Boom. Did that? No. Okay, already formed. And lows. All right, market was open was more like right there. So previous highs and lows. So basically, we would be like, that's all you can see basically. So you mark out that high, you mark out that low. What else do we have? Pretend we don't see that. We got the lows. We got these highs up here. We can even mark out all of these, but price has to move a lot to go all the way up there. We also got this imbalance. Okay, it was already mitigated. Price already went into it, showed a reaction out of it. So I don't really pick that. Okay, and we don't just mark out highs and lows on the 4-hour and the 1-hour. We also mark out imbalances. So what do we see? Okay, right here. We have a 4-hour bearish imbalance. So if price goes in that, we're looking to scale down and take a short. Any other imbalances? No. Gonna scale down to the 1-hour. What else do we see on the 1-hour? Okay, coming into market open. What do we have? Okay, we had these highs. All right. We had more highs. All right. And we had these lows. So market opens. What do? We just start moving up to the upside. After you mark out all of those highs and lows and the imbalances, you want to scale down on the 5-minute and wait for them to be hit. All right. So the most annoying thing, hate doing this. All right. Oh my gosh, accordion price action. All right. So where is it? 3. Okay. So market opens around here. This is all we can see. Market opens right here. Okay. So market opens off this candlestick around, okay, well, market opened earlier, but 3:30 is when I look for a trade. And then price just immediately starts to rip into the upside and we have this 4-hour bearish imbalance that we marked out. So price draws into that imbalance, all right? Okay, so for the strategy, the high time frame confluences that you marked out, if price decides to come down here and sweep the lows and takes out the low draws on liquidity, then we're looking for longs. If price comes up, decides to tap into a bearish imbalance or sweep highs, we're looking for shorts. All right, so whichever if price draws to the upside, look for shorts. If price draws to the downside, look for longs. So basically look to trade in the opposite direction. All right, I hope that makes sense. All right, look to trade in the opposite direction, and that's basically what I did. All right, market opened. What did we do? Okay, we came right up into here, 330. Okay, I didn't take this, went back down. Okay, we keep coming up. Right here, we fill in the imbalance around 420 right after the macro. So what am I looking for? What am I looking for to take this trade, right? On the 5-minute, we see price come into the 4-hour bearish imbalance. We see 3 big reaction candles out of it. So even the first or 2 or 3 reaction candles, we're waiting for a 5-minute retrace. If you don't know what a 5-minute retrace is, go watch my strategy video on my YouTube. 5-minute retrace is basically just a 5-minute up candle among the down candles. Same thing for if we're going to the upside, 5-minute down candle closure after the after a few, or doesn't matter, after up candles. All right, so the down candle amongst the up candles. For this, it's an up candle among the down candle. So we got down candle reaction, which is showing a reaction out of the imbalance. All right, we see that 5-minute retrace right here at that candle. Okay, I'm gonna mark that out so I know where to look for it on the 1-minute. Let's get onto the 1-minute time frame. Right, so when you see the 5-minute retrace candle close, you want to scale down on the 1-minute, or even during its closure, like you see, oh shoot, it might close soon. You want to scale down to the 1-minute and find some confluences that's gonna give you an entry. All right, and then keep checking between them to see, oh, okay, did it close as a 5-minute retrace? Oh shoot, it didn't. Okay, I shouldn't take this entry. Hope that makes sense. Tuesday, took this trade Monday morning. No news Monday. Here we go. All right. So around 4:45, these up candles right there is the 5-minute retrace closure. So on the 1-minute, we're looking for confluences. All right. We saw that the 5-minute candle closed, so if we got a 5-minute retrace, the 5-minute retrace candles on the 1-minute look like a retracement into a fair value gap, order block, equilibrium, breaker block, any of that stuff. All right. So what did I see? From these highs to these obvious lows, I shouldn't have taken this because price action was so choppy, but basically we went down, came back up, went into the discounted price range, huge down candle out of it. So I entered right there. Stops. Stops at these highs. What am I targeting? Targeting the previous lows that I marked out. All right, now what happened on the 1-minute? Well, as you can see, if I entered off of this down candle right here, we came up, stopped me out, right, went all the way lower, came back up, all the way lower, came back up, all the way lower, came back up, all the way lower, came back up one last time, and then just finally crapped the bed around PM session, which would have taken out all my final take profits for a 1-3. But unfortunately, I got stopped out. So what could I have done differently? All right, what could I have done differently? Well, first of all, my plan is to enter a trade by 10:30. If I entered off this down candle, that would have been 4:52 for me, 4 a.m., which is almost nearly like 11 o'clock, I think. Yeah, almost 11 o'clock. All right, I should be putting in a trade before 10:30. So that was my plan. I didn't stick to that. Secondly, my A plus setup is not just equilibrium. Obviously, equilibrium got hit, but equilibrium got hit like multiple times. We got this right here, right? So equilibrium is not just the A plus entry. We only want to take A plus entries, okay? Don't trade if it's not an A plus entry because you're probably going to lose. What I should have waited for is equilibrium and a fair value gap, all right? And a fair value gap. And also, if I see this choppy price action and no fair value gap forms and it's just equilibrium, that is not my A plus setup. So I should not have taken that. I shouldn't have traded that late. Should have taken or waited for a better setup. So let's say I did choose to trade that late, which I definitely now would not because I'm going to stick to my plan. But let's say I didn't stick to my plan that day, but I did follow the plan of A plus setups only. What do we see? Price goes back into the displacement. By the way, this in and out, in and out, in and out looks like it's crazy on the 5 minute, but it's literally just the wick on the 1 or 4 hour just going into the imbalance, up and down, and finally gets a reaction. All right, so that's why whenever we're trading into imbalances, just be a little cautious because you know that price wants to retrace into the imbalance. So the best thing to do sometimes is put your stops above the imbalance, okay, which I know now. So what do we see? I wait for a displacement, a fair value gap, which makes my A plus setup, okay? What else do I need? Need equilibrium from these highs to, where did it form? Form right there, okay. From those highs to these obvious lows, what do we see? See price going to the discounted price range and the fair value gap, doji candles created. Then we got a closure out of the discounted range and the fair value gap. Entered right there, stops above the imbalance. What are we targeting? Targeting the lows I made. And let's see how this would have played out. Okay, boom. Would not have gotten stopped out and cashed. Both take profits. All right, hope you guys can learn something from that. When we're trading into small imbalances like that, definitely put your stops higher. That will help you a lot. Okay, now let's get into the second. Oh, this one I lost like 800 bucks. Again, not my own money. I'm still working on passing my funded. I was at like 2.7, 300 away. And then I took multiple losses. Now I'm at 1.6. Tough, but I know with better price action and more discipline, we will pass it easy. All right. Now, let's get into the other trade I took. Yeah, I already got the drawings on here, but let's just get into it. All right. Again, right? I did not stick to my plan for this trade. Like an absolute dummy. Well, let's actually get into the actual thing that happened. All right, this is I actually saw these longs, was gonna take it, but I didn't because I just couldn't find a good setup. You know, it was just equilibrium hit. No fair value gap, so I didn't enter, but I did wait too long. So let's say right here, okay, what do we see? Okay, we got okay, we got like market open. What do? We mark out previous highs, move up, move down, high right there. What else do we see? Got these lows. Lows did not get swept, but we did have these lows. Market opens, market pushes up, and to take out those highs, okay? It's also 1 hour highs if we want to call that. So market opens. Market opens right around here. We come all the way up. Come all the way up. take out these highs, right? Price took out lows right here, which I didn't mark out, but price took out lows, so a lot of people took a ton of beautiful longs, but I just didn't see an A+ setup, so I didn't take it. But scaled down on the 5 minute because I saw that price pushed and took out the highs. Only thing was, this was 440, which was nearly 11 o'clock again. So I did the same thing 2 times. All right, I'm not doing this next week. Never again. This is so dumb. All right, but what did I see? I'm gonna take out all of these drawings. This was my thought process. So after these longs, way too late. I should not have been trading, but we took out these highs. All right, we see a huge reaction from it, and then what do we see? We see a 5 minute retrace. That 5 minute retrace did not give me anything because it got invalidated when I checked on the 1 minute. So I kept waiting, and I saw this 5 minute bearish fair value gap, okay? And we also broke structure. So this looked like a really, really, really good sell model. Thing is, it was just way too late, so price didn't want to make a huge move. We already made a huge move earlier, so I should not have traded this. But it kind of was a nice setup, all right? So break of structure, liquidity sweep, break of structure, 5 minute imbalance, reaction out of it. Scaled also down on the 1 minute. Looking for a break of structure out of that imbalance. So we drew into that. Break of structure happened. Okay, I don't even think I waited for a break structure. It didn't happen. It didn't happen till it didn't even happen actually. Oh, it did right here. So it happened way too late, but I definitely knew we were gonna go lower. So I entered off of that candle right there. Put my stops at these highs. What was I targeting? Targeted previous lows. And then I also knew this was a late trade. So my first take profit was right here. And then my second was the end of this fair value gap. My last was just runners all the way down there. So realistically, what was I aiming for? I was aiming for a 1 to 3. All right. What happened? Came down, selling pressure out of that imbalance. It was way too late. It was already like 11, like almost lunch hour. What did we do? Came back up, stopped me out, came back lower, never hit the take profits until like freaking today, Sunday. But obviously you don't want to leave a trade over the weekend. So what could I have done better? Main thing this week was not trading out of my plan, not trading way too late. All right, I said I was only going to look for trades 9:30 to 10:30, or especially like 9:50 to 10:30, not trading any later than that. So I did not stick to my plan, broke my rules. Still up on my funded, so not a super big deal, right? We don't care about the money. We're here for the process and to learn. Again, I'm not profitable. I am not profitable. This is just me documenting my journey to profitability as a 15-year-old day trader, and I want to share God's word through it. So that's about it. Again, if you guys haven't joined the Discord, it's in my bio. Be sure to join. But thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video shoots.